think some of you actually saw some of our locations.
Yes.
Was it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday. So, yeah, you know, and it's funny because we spend so much time at a few of those places, and they get used over and over, and our amazing production design team that headed up by Jerry Leonard, which is right.
Where's Jerry?
Jerry and I actually worked together a few years back on a little show called Dark Angel.
Yeah.
And we were very, very fortunate to grab him and get him on this one. So, but like I said, we shoot a lot of locations, and we use them for a lot of different shows. So they have to look different, and no two locations are the same, especially on this show because we're traveling road show, or at least supposed to be. And that's where he comes in, his team come in, and they make what we've shot, you know, 2 episodes ago look completely different, and it works. So it's difficult to make a show that looks like it's supposed to be a different city each week look like that when you're shooting in the same city. But I'm so proud to be a part of a team that can actually pull that off. So location-wise, we're going to keep using what we know. Although we did just introduce a new set, which was the, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a little tiny movie with there was a horrible actor as one of the lead, The Watchmen. And like many big budget movies do, they come into a town, build up these giant sets, and then leave them. And so we were able to go in and redress that and use it for episode 4. And so that was nice, so now we might have our hands on that. We're going to use that one some more, Jim?
All the time.
All the time, so yeah. So there's a little piece of trivia that in episode 4, I guess, of this season, it'll be the future, and that was actually the old Watchmen set. So eat your heart out, Jeffrey. What do you got, Adam?
Okay, here comes one from Astrid from Germany, row E. Astrid, can you stand up for us if you're out there?
Hi, Astrid.
She is. And she's talking about the incredible Angels arc, the mythology arc. Did they kind of give you any hints early on what they plan to do with the Angels arc? Or were you pretty much in the dark as much as us fans? And do you like the direction that it's going, especially as we move into the new season?
What? No, I've said this before, they don't tell us anything. Kripke keeps everything very, very close to the vest. And, you know, while we're shooting one and focusing on one script, he's already, what, like 3 or 4 ahead? 5 ahead. So it's funny because sometimes we'll have a question about what we're shooting on that day, and I'll call him up and be like, hey, Krip, listen, I got a question about scene 29. And he's like, what episode? I'm like, the one we're filming. He's like, what episode is that? It's episode 4. Okay, hang on, I gotta get my script. Because he's so far beyond that. So he's way ahead of what we know, and he doesn't tell us anything. He keeps everything pretty close to the vest. So we're starting to get outlines this year and reading up, but I just take it as they come. And what was the second part of that question?
Do you like the direction you're going in with the arc in the new season?
I do. I do like the mythology. I do like the the angels and the demons and kind of the how it's really exploded and it's bigger than just Sam and Dean now. But I also do like going back to the basics and shooting a good old classic supernatural show. Which we're actually shooting one right now. You get the brothers back together, you get them on the road, and they go fight the evil, and then they save the family, and that's that's kind of the formula that we were born with, and that's kind of what we like to resort to. And so we're still feathering those episodes in. Don't think that Supernatural is just a complete angel and demon show. We're still giving you some of the old stuff as well.
We got one here from Melanie from Little Rock in row O. Melanie, stand up.
Hey! I was going to get to you.
And she's just wondering, have you ever been injured during filming? And if so, what was the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Yes, and let me take my pick. Jared actually got it the worst. He broke his hand, which I'll let you know. What was that? Season
2.
9. I do remember in All Hell Breaks Loose Part 2, which was the season finale, when Yellow-Eyed Demon throws Dean into one of the tombstones, and then comes up and it's just before Dean shoots him with the Colt. I fell into a tombstone that they had softened on one side but not on the other. It was actually stone, and I fell so I jumped back, hit it so hard because I had a back pad on, but my elbow didn't have any pads, and I hit the corner of the stone right in the funny bone. There's nothing funny about that, and it was Fred Lane's coverage, so it was over my shoulder, and I hit it so hard that my arm was like shaking, and my hand felt like it was on fire, and I started like tearing up, and like my eyes were welling. It hurt so bad, and I had to continue to do the scene with Fred, and we ended up doing it, but to this day, that's more sensitive than the one on my left arm. So, and then I've also got a nice scar on my
Left arm.
That's courtesy of Kim Manners. Love you, Kim. Miss you. I think I told that story. That was the beginning. That was the season premiere last year when he decided to use real glass instead of candy glass. And yeah, my stunt double Todd Scott looked a whole lot worse than I did, but we both ended up with like streaming bloody arms after this. And I was like, "Hey Kim, you happy now, pal?" But you can't really call Kim out because then he'd just whip out a pocket knife and be like, "Really?" Shut up. That guy.
What about your finger?
Okay, we got one from Linda Bingle from Illinois in row C. Linda, you stand up.
Hi.
Hey, she's asking, what was it like for you personally and professionally to work with your dad in Devour?
That was really cool. It was a very, very kind of, I think we only had like 2 scenes, so it was just like one day of shooting, but anything I get to do with Pops is pretty cool. And he had a great time, and it'll be something fun to look back on many years from now and show my kids and be like, "Hey, look how young your grandfather looked." It was very cool. I hope to do it again soon. Yeah.
Here's one from Sonia in Wenatchee, Washington, row V. Sonia, stand up, please.
Hey!
Back. And she's asking, in your opinion, what is Jared's best personality characteristic?
I don't know that he has one. Should ask these guys over here. I'm gonna stand up. I don't like this chair. Jared's best personality. What was it?
Characteristic. Yes, trait.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to dig deep for this one. You know what? He's got some charm. I'll give him that. He's got some good old Southern charm. And it doesn't go very far with me, but I see it goes far with you guys. Oh, what? Yeah, no, I don't think his flatulence is necessarily a good trait, Michael, but thank you for pointing that out. Oh, yeah. Well, he'll be up here in a little bit. No, I'd rather razz him to his face. So. What else you got?